Hello, good afternoon, everyone. We're glad to have you here. Thank you for joining us in this second webinar, which will be talking about Webex Calling MT and DI and how to manage them effectively with Kurmi. So I'm joined by Muhammad.
Hello, everyone.
Mohammed is from our pre-sales team, pre-sales specialist, and I'm Nabil, the co-manager based out in Dubai. I'm handling the Middle East and APAC regions. As you will see, you will have a question tab where you can post your questions, and at the end of the session, we have kept some time to go through your questions. So don't hesitate to put as many questions as you want. So going through the agenda, what we're going to cover today is that the first question that may arise for you is that why people or companies are using more than one UC platform like Webex MT and DI at the same time, and we'll delve into the reasons of that. What are the challenges that companies might face while handling these two different platforms? Because as you may know, they are natively different. One comes from BroadWorks and the other, it's basically CUCM on the cloud. The third one and the most interesting point, I guess, from today is that how Kurmi complements control hubs. And then we'll have a Q&A session with Alec Walker, product manager from Cisco, where he will really explain how Kurmi fits within this sort of environment of having control hub, and what are the main advantages, I would say, of Kurmi on top of control hub. Then it's very nice to have always a real use case example where Muhammad will explain a real case scenario with a customer. Then we'll have a live demo with Muhammad. And finally, we'll just talk about how to future-proof your use infrastructure with Kurmi. So, quick words about us. For those who doesn't know us, we've been on the market for roughly 13 years now. We are a global company, so we have offices in US and EMEA, and we have customers across the globe in more than 25 countries, managing more than 4 million users. Our nice spot, it's the larger the better. So large enterprises and managed service providers with complex use environments is where Kurmi really fits in to simplify and provide a layer of automation to the UC management. And of course, we have multiple vendor integrations. Here we'll be focusing about Cisco and specifically Webex DI and MT. However, as you may know, we have different connectors for different vendors, and we provide a lot of flexibility and customization to the customer platforms based on their needs. And of course, just to highlight, we've been a Cisco partner for over a decade, which let us always keep up on the pace of Cisco. I mean, whenever there is a new Cisco release, Kurmi will keep up with that and then upgrade the Kurmi accordingly. And then having a close relationship with Cisco allows us to really direct the path on the product development of Kurmi to fit where Cisco lacks perhaps a specific feature. So that's why we always say that Kurmi, it's the perfect complement to the Cisco UC infrastructure. Jumping into some statistics, which I like. I mean, this slide will give you, in fact, the why of Kurmi. So sometimes you might ask, I already have the native tools, why should I need Kurmi? So this survey that was done with Gartner peer review, it highlights that 63% of IT leaders say that one of their concerns and challenges is the high volume of UC operational tasks. As you may know, operational tasks on native tools are quite, they lower a lot the team unless they have experts. And even if they have experts, it will still take a lot of time. So with Kurmi, you can really simplify that. The second, let's say the second challenge that they face, that they have to shuffle through different portals. And that's exactly one of the reasons where companies having Webex MT and DI would benefit from having Kurmi, because they don't need to access two different portals. They would just need to access Kurmi to do the daily management. And last but not least, about migration. So we discussed migration on our first webinar, and it's one of the three challenges that they were highlighted by the IT leaders, and that Kurmi can really solve. And then, as I mentioned at the beginning, why customers are mixing different Webex calling. So, as you may know, Webex Calling MT, it's basically has natively come from BroadWorks. So their basic configurations is coming from BroadWorks, and Cisco has sort of changed a little bit the architecture and make it work and rename it and rebrand it as Cisco Webex Calling MT. And dedicated instance is basically a CSU in the cloud. And as you may know, those different products provide different set of features and a different price point. So the fact that customers can really have the flexibility to pick and choose, either they need MT licenses or DI licenses based on their needs. Perhaps they need DI licenses for specific sites, and all the rest they might need MT. They'll be able to have some cost savings, some customization to the different use cases, and of course increase adoption within the whole organization. So those are the reasons that we see that organizations are going to both platforms sometimes. And now to you, Muhammad, on this slide.
Thank you, Nabil. So as you just said, Cisco offers a great possibility for their customers to have the possibility to combine both worlds. Cisco in Cisco Webex Calling, Cisco Dedicated Instance for large organizations that have already some existing integration or some specific needs on Call Manager. They can benefit from Webex DI and combine that with the Webex Calling Multi-Tenant, which is the full cloud soft client and that includes everything, including conferencing, AI, etc. So not all the vendors still offer the possibility to combine both worlds, on-prem and Webex MT, or Webex DI and Webex MT, and Cisco offers a great possibility to their customers. However, as you also mentioned, the technology behind is different. Cisco on-prem or Webex DI is based on Call Manager, which is, as we know, I think around the call, specific to Cisco. Webex is coming with a different technology. The voicemail on Webex MT and Webex DI are not the same. The client, Webex client and Jabber are not the same, and the devices have different parameters, whether they are registered on Webex or they are registered on Call Manager. So both systems do not always integrate, and also by adding Webex multi-tenant to the infrastructure, you don't simplify the administration. You add more administration to the admins. So it's more time-consuming, and it adds some layers for the administrations. On top of that, admins often, especially in the beginning, come with a lot of questions. What is the weight for a call pickup group? How do I ensure my voicemail is well configured? What do I do with the allocation, etc., etc. So it adds another layer of administration, and this is the usual feedback we hear from admins. Is that and it's done on another interface. So this is the usual feedback we hear from admins. However, so I used it, and we all used it at some point. Control Hub is great. So Control Hub offers a great interface. It's nice to use. It's quite intuitive. So you know where to manage your user, your organization, your connectors, etc. And most importantly, it also gives you the possibility to see what you have deployed in the cloud. And with the cloud connected UC, you can also see some of the statistics parameters you have on-prem. How is your network? How many devices you have connected? How many jabbers you have connected, etc. So it offers a combined view. However, when it comes to, so it's really easy to use as well. However, when you want to do a bulk deployment, for example, you want to gain speed, or you want to customize a little bit the interface, I would say that the management interface of Control Hub is lacking these capabilities. So the advised approach from Cisco is either to use CSV files, where you have more options than Control Hub. You will have more parameters, etc., or to use the API. So the CSV approach is quicker. You can export CSV and import it. It's quicker. However, even for that, when it comes to customization, you cannot customize a lot the tables provided by the files provided by Control Hub. So the best way is to use the API from Control Hub, which is great. I always go to developer.webex.com and I see the API is great. We at Kurmi have the advantage of having a user interface and relying on Control Hub API. So I would say that within Kurmi, we combine the best of the two worlds, the full capability that we take advantage of, which is the API, and we offer the admins the same capability as they had before, a single pane of glass, the same DNA for the management. We rely on packages, we rely on departments, we rely on admin profiles, etc. We kept all of that and we implemented the Webex Control Hub API behind. On top of that, I would say that, so comparing Kurmi to Control Hub, the advantage we see a lot customers like is the fact that we can manage both multiple clusters on-prem or on Webex DI plus Webex calling. We didn't add another layer of administration. You don't add another layer of administration when you use Kurmi. However, with Control Hub, you can see what's happening on-prem, but you cannot manage it directly. So these are the points I wanted to highlight, and to give more weight to what I just said. So we had the opportunity to do a quick interview with Alec Walker, who is the a great director of product within Cisco and working on the Control Hub, responsible for the Control Hub. So we had a great interview with him, and I let you discover the question we asked Alec.
Hi, Alec. Thanks for speaking with us. Can you introduce yourself and share a bit about how Kurmi complements Control Hub?
I am the product manager, or one of the product managers that oversees Control Hub. So in some ways, Kurmi is competing with Control Hub in terms of what we're trying to do. But I don't look at it that way at all, because in the best part about working with Kurmi is Kurmi can have a strength where we have a weakness. And I certainly recognize there are some weaknesses in our current administration capabilities. So for example, advanced filtering, being able to slice and dice your data based on segmentation, based on locations, based on specific profile attributes. These are areas that we are looking to improve upon in Control Hub, but this obviously has advanced capabilities that Kurmi can offer, which is great. And we want to give options for our partners and customers. Second, especially with calling, we are working in hybrid modes of calling, where we have customers that exist on-premise and they exist in the cloud in a dedicated instance. And then they also exist in where we want them to go is Webex Calling in our multi-tenant platform.
What kinds of companies can benefit from leveraging Kurmi with Control Hub?
It depends. I don't want to say that it's necessarily large or small, but I just use some good examples. I do think for large organizations, it's especially helpful. Large organizations where they may have a specific vertical focus, or they may be doing something with their business that is unique and specific that cannot be addressed directly from Control Hub. And the configurability of Kurmi allows it to adjust to whatever a specific business may be using. So I'd probably say large enterprises and vertical specific, but again, it could be small businesses as well. It really depends on the needs of the customer or partner.
What has been your experience working with Kurmi?
So Kurmi is great. We look at Kurmi as a good partnership. There's been many opportunities that, where the value is exactly, based on the questions we've already talked through, where we're going to bring in Kurmi into, the conversation, and it's a good viable option for partners or customers. So great relationship. And as a real important part to our business is the migration of our customers from Call Manager and on-prem deployments. And Kurmi's been an excellent partner there as we go into various, cloud options, whether that's DI or multi-tenant. So great partner and good to work with.
What's coming up for Control Hub?
There's a lot of things that we're doing in Control Hub. So a lot of the things that Kurmi does very well, we're looking to add to our capabilities as well. A lot around bulk management. We're extending more APIs every day. So this empowers folks like Kurmi that they can build more capabilities on top of our platform. And we're looking to do some exciting things with templates. So some of those are some of the roadmap items that we're looking to do in Control Hub in calendar year 2024.
Right. So I think it was great always to hear Alec and how we mentioned that Kurmi is the perfect complement of Control Hub. So wrapping up a little bit, this is to give you a holistic view of how Kurmi manages the whole, not only the UC, but the whole, I would say, infrastructure related to the UC as in the customer. So apart from connecting to the UC environment, as you see here, we are showing other logos, not only Cisco, but as I mentioned in the beginning, via Microsoft or Zoom. The whole idea here is to trigger automation. So the way to trigger automation and to execute MACDs automatically, it's to connect to ITSM services or HR system integrations or directories to automate the tickets coming from those systems or to automatically onboard or clear users. Okay, those are the most common use cases. Aside from, of course, assigning phone numbers without the need of any Excel sheets, which is currently a pain for most of organizations. They need to shuffle the different pages to know which numbers are taken, which numbers are available. Of course, Alec discussed previously, they want to include bulk operations and bulk management within Control Hub. Currently, these features are already available in Kurmi, are very easy to manage as well. Others are as well delegation capabilities, which are again very powerful when it comes to large enterprises where they need to delegate and provide different Kurmi accesses to people located in different parts of the world or to help desk as well. And I already mentioned automation, of course, which is super powerful. And last but not least, the migration, which we discussed in the first webinar. So migrations, and the first webinar we discussed from on-prem to Webex Calling. It can be as well from Microsoft to Webex. So it has endless possibilities, and it's an inbuilt and native capability that Kurmi has. So we have plenty of features in Kurmi. We'll not go through all of them, but I guess that there are always three superstars and three features that shine a lot. So I would ask Muhammad here, and in your perspective, what are the three main features that are really relevant for most of our customers?
So depending on the customer, of course, you can have different features. But when it comes to Webex Multi-Tenant, the most requested features are usually role-based access control, where you can really be flexible on different profiles for admin and local sites management for admin, which is really great. I think the second one would be the phone number management, where you offer the customers the possibility to manage on the same dial plan, on the same range of numbers, numbers that are Webex compliant and numbers that are call manager compliant. So this is also a great feature for Webex Multi-Tenant. And the last one, which is, I would say, really requested by all customers, and is the zero-touch provisioning, or even the bulk administration. So these are the most requested features by admins.
So I got 3 out of 3. 2 out of 3.
Exactly. And if you want, I wanted to complement this by giving a real life example. So this is an example of an organization that we helped migrate to Webex and to Webex Calling and manage environments that they have using a single pane of glass. So Kurmi administration tool. So this is these organizations have multiple entities within the organization, and they have also some requirements for call center and recording, etc. So this organization has migrated most of their customers to Webex for commercial, for the flexibility of the cloud, for the included upgrades, etc. However, they kept 10,000 users approximately on-prem. And on the 65,000 users they migrated, most of them are on Webex dedicated instance because they have to be compliant with their call center solution and the recording and the IVR, etc. they have already. However, they have, so 10,000 are on the DI for call center and 55 are on MT. 35,000. So not only Kurmi has helped them migrate to the cloud, but also they can manage everything from a single pane of glass. When an administrator connects to Kurmi and wants to manage a user, he doesn't need to check which cluster, which WebEx location, what is the phone number available for him or not. Everything is automated for him. They used to have Kurmi, so they know how Kurmi works on CUCM. They didn't find any difficulty managing Webex DI or MT because we kept the same experience for the admins. So it was really easy for them to onboard the users on Webex MT thanks to the migration, but also onboard the operations and the help desk on Kurmi on Webex MT. Instead of spending hours training the people, they just kept on using Kurmi and we simplified the tool for them. So on top of the management of everything from a single pane of glass, of course, we help them also automate the tasks like onboarding, offboarding, providing a desk phone directly from ServiceNow, for example, on a self-service use case. And without further ado, so if you want, we can start the demo. So I prepared a quick demo for you. I prepared a quick demo for you today, where I will be showing you an environment I have prepared with both Webex DI, Webex MT, and CUCM, and we will see how we can manage everything thanks to Kurmi from the single pane of glass. So first example, I will show you simply how to onboard a new user on Webex Multi-Tenant. So how to onboard a new user either manually or from a directory. The second one, I will show you how the migration to Webex MT works within Kurmi. There is some preparation, but I will show you how easy it becomes thanks to Kurmi. And the third one, I will show you the role-based access control and the different views we can offer for our and the customers. So let's talk about the first use case. Here, I'm connected as a local admin in Kurmi. I am the EMEA admin. I can see all my EMEA users. And within EMEA, I have Germany, I have France, I have Qatar, for example, and I can see the locations I have within each country. So I can go I can go in depth and put my users in the right location so they get the right parameters of calling, of phone number, of devices, etc. And I have also created multiple packages depending on my user. I can be on the CUCM basic package where I have basic features on CUCM. I can be on CUCM advanced where I have, for example, some advanced calling features like hand group or single number reach. I have packages for Webex Calling and Webex IM. Obviously, the difference between the two is the license. With the calling package, we will get the phone number and the calling professional license. And I have also a package for UCCX agents or Webex DI. So based on the profile, we'll get a different set of features, but as an admin, I don't have to worry about it. It's pre-registered for me. And based on the departments, I will get the right routing, the right phone number, and the right parameters. Okay. And to onboard the user, all I need is to combine the right package and the right location, and Kurmi will work his magic. So to onboard, I will show you that within the tool, I will keep my integration with my enterprise directory. So here, for example, I can connect to my directory. I will see all the users that come within the directory and that fall under my responsibility. Here, for example, I can see all the users under the EMEA region. I can see the status of the users. I can see if they are already managed and they have a phone number, or if they are pending creation. This means they have just joined the company and they still don't have a phone number or an IP phone. So for example, if I take the example of Alexander, I can see that some basic information about Alexander. For example, I can see that the user is located in Paris. I can see some technical information, his first name, last name, email address, and this is all I need to start the provisioning of the user. So let me here go ahead and click on the magic button, quick create. So whatever the features I want to give to the end user, whether it's CUCM on-prem or Webex DI or MT or combined, I will always have a single form pre-filled for me. So here, for example, on CUCM basic package, I will have a line and the soft phone, for example. If I switch to CUCM advanced, for example, maybe I will get some additional features for my end user. If I was on Webex IM, for example, the form will adapt and I will get some basic licenses. And of course, what I want is to provision my user on Webex calling because it's easier for me to do it this way. By giving this package to the end user, he gets the right license. Also, the phone number gets assigned from the numbers I have available in my region. So you can see, for example, here on Paris location, I have 5 numbers. 3 of them are already selected and one is available for me. So I will choose it. All the parameters behind are already automated. And all I have to do is apply the package for my end user, and the user will be provisioned in the background using Webex Control Hub APIs. So the first thing you notice is that within the Active Directory, the user gets updated and the phone number is sent to the Active Directory. This is automatic. I also get the confirmation notification that the user was provisioned. And if I click on his name or if I use the search bar, you will see that the user, this has created the Kurmi user for me, where I can manage the parameters of the user. So for example, here I see the basic information. I can check here if I click the information about the user. If I want to give him a pickup group or a hunt group or a pickup group, all I have to do is come here, select one of the available pickup groups or hunt groups I have available for my location, and hit apply, and this will be automatically sent to the control hub. So I don't need to worry where is the menu, what is there to be done, etc. Also, here you see everything is simplified, but this user has the right caller ID, the right voicemail parameters, the right IP phone if needed, etc. It's all automated for me. I don't need to worry about that. Okay, and at any moment of time, I can come back and I can check all the change log, all the all the operations that happened on the user, and I can see when it was done, who did it, and what are the changes that were requested. So this is how easy it is to onboard an end user from Kurmi on Webex DI or MT or Control Hub. Another example I wanted to give you is the migration example. So for example, let me take here the example of John. John is an end user that needs, let's say, for example, real-time transcription, or he needs something related to AI on his Webex client. So I need to provide him a full Webex calling license for him to have access to these features. So today he is part of the Netherlands Team B, and he has the CUCM basic package. So which means he has a CUCM he has a desk phone on a call manager, and he has an extension and he has a Jabber, for example. So if I want to manage this user, I can manage him from here. But if I want to migrate the user, John here, all I have to do is change his package from Kurmi and select the right package, which is Webex calling. And by assigning this package, Kurmi will go ahead, he will keep some parameters from the on-prem Cisco, like what is the device MAC address or what is the phone number, etc. He will provide a new phone number that is compliant with the Webex standard, and also he will provide the right template for the user in Webex MT so that he is on the same level as the rate. So everything is automated. The first thing we do is we extract the data from call manager. We deprovision the extension, the line, the directory number, sorry, the IP phone, Jabber, all the devices and everything. And we will use the data we extracted to provision the new Webex environment. For example, you can say if the user has a CUCM hunt group on CUCM, we can keep it and use a new hunt group on Webex based on what he had on call manager. So this is how easy it is to migrate a user. Of course, you can do it for multiple users at the same time. And the last thing I wanted to highlight for you is that here we have access only to the EMEA region. So I can only see the users, the resources, the phone numbers, the IP phones on my regions. Also, I don't know if you noticed, but here on John, for example, I can manage the user, I can change his parameters, I can check the conformity of his configuration, I can check the changelog and everything. However, I cannot delete the user from here. I can reset his password, etc., but I cannot delete the user from here. Why? It's because I'm showing you the local admin view. I am here based in EMEA. I can see only 33 users, but here I have the full view of the super admin where I will have access to some advanced statistics. I can see who is doing what, and I will more importantly, I can see all the users from APAC, from America, and from EMEA, so I can have access to everyone. And on top of that, for example, if I choose here my users from Team B, just to show you a quick example, here I can select my user. I have different options for the user because I'm the super admin, and of course I have the option to delete the user. So you see I have removed some features from some admins because they don't need it in their daily life. And the same way we used to do it on Call Manager, we can still do it on Webex Multi-Tenant. So this is what I wanted to show you today. I hope the demo was helpful for you.
I think it was great. I mean, I love when we do demos for all these different technologies together. So, and the possibilities are endless, I guess. So let me just wrap up what we've discussed today and just put into picture what are the main, I would say, benefits that customers would be getting from having Kurmi instead of the native tools. So as you have seen, managing different technologies, it's super easy. So saving time is the first thing that you will see and the customers will see. So the time that will take you to go to Control Hub and then to the Webex DI, it's hugely saved by having a single console to control everything. And therefore, if you save time, you eventually going to save money because the time that you are spending doing tasks will be cut approximately by 80%. And then the other thing that we really see on our customers is that they see a huge reduction in errors. That's because most of the parameters that they used to enter manually, they are automated by Kurmi. So you don't need to think, if you're in a specific location, you don't need to think what's going to be the partition, what's going to be the CSS. Kurmi will take care of that because it has an intelligence pre-built and pre-configured that will take care of all the different parameters. And last but not least, our aim at Kurmi is to empower IT admins. We don't want to be laid off because Kurmi can do the task or whatsoever. Absolutely not. What we want them is that we want them to focus on more meaningful and important tasks rather than do daily management. And we delegate this daily management to help desk. So that's our final aim as Kurmi, to empower IT admins. So I guess that was all for today. Thank you for your attention. And I've seen that we already have some questions. Let me check. Most of them is going to be for you, of course, Muhammad. So the first question is that for Webex DI, if that question we already heard it, by the way, before. For Webex DI, if CCM is already integrated with AD and Kurmi is integrated with AD as well. So the question is that how would this work or interoperate together? Can this cause any issue?
Very, very good question. Thank you for asking that. So, in fact, when the purpose of Kurmi is from a single form to create the user along with his device, his extension, directory number, jabbers, voicemail, and everything on a single form. So when CUCM or Webex DI is already integrated with the AD, the user is already there. So you don't want to push the user again because you will get an error. So in this case, we have an option for in Kurmi. We say the call manager is also integrated with the AD. And instead of creating the user, what we do is just we update the user and we create the link with the devices and the extension, etc. But it's very common for our customers to have already CUCM or Webex DI integrated with the AD, and we just update the user in this case and add for him the desk phone, the extension, and everything you need.
Exactly. Thank you for that, Mohammed. One more question. Let me check. So can we connect to more than one Webex suite site?
Yes. In Kurmi provisioning, you don't have any limit on the number of sites you can manage or the number of locations. With a single Kurmi, you can manage multiple sites. We have customers with multiple thousands of locations across different countries, all managed from the same instance.
All right, thank you. And I've quickly covered that in the presentation, but there is perhaps you can be more specific, because they're asking about the integration with Kurmi, the integration that Kurmi has with ITSM tools. Can we automate some administration tasks?
So usually ITSM tool rely on Kurmi to manage the collaboration. So for example, instead of making an API call to call manager and then to Webex MT, etc., you just make one API call to Kurmi, and Kurmi has already the built-in tool to manage all the collaboration behind. We have many examples of integration with the ServiceNow, for example, or BMC Remedy. So don't hesitate to follow up if you have any additional question on ITSM integration.
Yes. So thank you, Muhammad. For the sake of time, we'll leave it here. So Muhammad, you've seen that Muhammad did a very nice demo. So we're happy if you want to see more features or see whether Kurmi is a good fit for you or for your customer. Please let us know. Here you have our contact details. Don't hesitate to contact us, and we'll gladly do a presentation demo or support you on a POC if required for any of your customer or for you. Right. So that was all for today. Thank you so much for connecting with us, and we hope that you found the session insightful. See you soon.
Thank you. Thank you.